Welcome to the JustRPG Podcast. I'm James.
And I'm Vicky.
And today our topic will be our initial thoughts on The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild for the Wii U and the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
So, Vicky, you've played the Switch version.
Yes.
I have the Wii U version, as you might have seen in our JustRPG Plays Breath of the Wild. So overall, do you like the game? Is it what?
I like it a lot.
It's gotten nearly perfect reviews so far. So, what's your opinion on it?
So far, I'm having a lot of fun. It's like weird not starting out with like some kind of musical instrument because they have that in like all the games except for this one.
Yeah, and maybe some handhelds and stuff, but yeah, main 3D Zelda game.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, duh. Wait, no, wasn't there an ocarina in even the first one, The Legend?
I don't recall at the moment, but unlike. I know on some of, like, Link Between Worlds, you don't really use anything like that. You know, like, there are a few.
Alright.
But all of the 3D console ones have had something.
Yes. So that was, like, a little weird for me, because I'm fairly into the game. Maybe I killed one of the divine beasts.
Okay.
Alright, so the beginning, though. There weren't, like, a lot of tutorials, so... That was kind of nice. You don't have someone shouting at you.
Yeah, basically what the game did was the first time you do something, you get a pop-up that explains what you just did.
Yeah.
But it doesn't tell you how to do it in the first place, which I kind of thought was cool, because I don't like... No one likes tutorials.
No, it's kind of boring, especially if you're replaying the game, like, a lot.
Yeah, so that's cool.
What else did I like? I like being able to burn everything. The second I got that torch, I was setting everything on fire.
That's another cool thing. And then, if you don't know, you basically could set grass on fire, and that will create an updraft, which you can then jump on and use your power glider to go up, and then you could take out your bow in slow-mo.
No way.
Yeah.
That's a later feature, by the way.
It's not available right away, but pretty soon, within an hour or two.
Yeah, it took me a while because I kept getting distracted.
It's another cool thing about the game is you never really feel like you're wasting time. You can basically like get distracted and it's productive.
Yep.
For the most part.
Not me. I found some kind of like race track and I was like running around it for a good 20 minutes. I'm like, what does this do?
Well, the game overall is beautiful
as
well. Even on the Wii U, it looks great. Like it. There are some issues with lag here and there, but nothing game-breaking.
Yeah, I mean, the loading time is kind of long, but...
Load times are long, but it's almost kind of refreshing when there's a load time. You're like, oh, I can relax for a minute. I can read this tooltip.
Yeah. Those are all great. I get sad when I don't finish one.
Yeah, I actually learned a decent amount from the tooltips. I'm like, oh, I can do that? Okay. So, yeah, I mean, visually beautiful. The music, what do you think of the music overall? Because there is no instrument, there isn't too much music in the game in general.
I don't think of it at all.
Yeah, it never comes to my mind, but when you enter combat, there'll be music, and it's not bad. I'm not like, oh, this sucks. And I'm like, oh, this is pretty good, but I'm not...
When you're fighting the Guardians, they have a specific music, and I hate that. I think it's
scary.
Because I hate the Guardians so much, but like... That's my least favorite music in that game.
I actually, on my Let's Play, that you might have seen on the channel, I had 3 hearts, and I took on a full Guardian, and I actually got him. It took... I almost used all my weapons, but I did get them.
Oh, that's crazy. I can't even get near them without dying.
One thing I do like about the game is the AI seems good. It seems to react in a logical way to what's going on. That being said, there's also a lot of different ways you can like initiate a combat. Sometimes there'll be a camp of bokoblins. There'll be like some explosive barrels. You can hit that, it will explode, and then you can run in and finish them off.
Yep.
Other times there'll be like a lantern hanging by a rope and then explosive barrels underneath. And you could shoot the rope to cut the lantern down. you'll hit the barrels, explode, and do stuff like that.
Yeah, that stuff's like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, other times too, there'll be like a beehive. You could shoot the beehive, the bees will get mad and attack the camp.
Yep.
Or there'll be something that you can use your magnet or magnesis powers on to initiate. There's a lot of different ways you can approach every situation. And everything you think you can do, you probably can. I haven't really run into something I couldn't do that I thought of. So that part's very cool. It feels very open-ended and, your choice, all that kind of stuff.
What do you think of, like, the NPC characters? Like, the king and Impa?
So I guess, like, the main cast.
Yes.
Not, like, random people in town.
No.
They're okay. They're not too... There is voice acting, which isn't horrible. It's not amazing, but they're not too important, really. Because most of the game is spent running around, exploring. Sure, when you run into one of those, they're okay, but they didn't really feel that fleshed out. And I guess they didn't have to be. It really didn't bother me that they weren't so fleshed out. What about you?
I hated the voice acting.
You did?
Oh, it's not good. So
it's not Zelda quality, even though it's weird because they've never had voice acting before.
They never had it, and I thought
they would splurge on it if they're going to do it. But
I thought they'd do like a good job with it. We've waited like 25 years, 30 years or something, and it's not great.
I mean, Morgan Freeman is Ganon, so that's pretty cool. No,
I'm sure. What?
I'm kidding.
Oh God, that's awful! Don't trick me like that. I haven't heard him yet. So, like, when I first heard the king, he had some kind of weird English accent, and then it was, like, American, and then he kind of sounded a little French. Like, he got really confused with his voice acting, like, which accent he decided to pick. And, I don't know. I thought Zelda was a little annoying.
Zelda was British.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little
Everyone's
surprising.
trying to be British, except for Sidon, I think.
I don't even remember that role, but
I love Sidon. Everyone loves Sidon.
But I mean, overall, it didn't hamper my experience. It barely enhanced it either, though. So honestly, I would say waste of money. Like, sure, maybe just having Zelda would have been enough, but those other characters, like, they didn't really talk much, and Link still doesn't talk.
Thank God. Thank God.
Yeah, that would have been weird. That would have been very weird.
Would have been mad.
All right, so what don't you like about the game? You mentioned the voice acting. Is there anything else that you don't like? Maybe the lack of music, but...
Yeah, that's not really, like, the biggest thing.
Yeah, I agree there.
I don't know. What else don't I like? There's so many things I do like. Well, alright, so the controls are a little messy for me. I keep forgetting what buttons do what.
They are different than traditional Zeldas, but you can change them.
Really?
Yes, in your settings, you could change basically your buttons.
Oh.
But no, I don't think you can do much with the D-pad default. I think that's about it, but...
Okay. Yeah, it's just I hit the wrong buttons all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
if you don't know this one, Y is attack. It's not B like every other Zelda.
I know.
So, and you have moves that you don't have in other Zeldas, so it is a little awkward at first, trying to figure out which button does what. But...
And, another thing. Since I play on the Switch, I've been having, like, trouble with, like, the right stick. It's underneath all the other buttons on top, so, like, I hit it a lot whenever I'm trying to take out a weapon or attack. That was just, like, a weird placement for me.
I guess that's more of a fault with the Switch rather than the game, because on Wii U, I mean, it's not an issue, but a Pro Controller would probably fix that, right? I don't think...
Yeah.
That would be too. But yeah, that is something to note, that if you are playing it, have you tried playing it with your Joy-Cons on the Joy-Con grip?
Yeah, I use that all the time.
Do you still have that problem, or?
No, that's
okay. So that makes it better. Okay, so that's good to know. It's only if you're going full handheld that's an issue. Anything else, or you didn't like? Well, I got one.
All right, good.
I thought that the Divine Beasts are basically the only temples in the game. There's 4 temples. They're minor spoilers. They're living beasts. And you go in them, and then you can manipulate their controls. But basically, everyone had the same gimmick. And you get in the beast, you find the map first, you're required to do it. You do it, that lets you control the movements of the beast, and all 4 of them are the same in that regard. Yeah, they move differently, but that's how all the puzzles work in those dungeons. It's you're rotating or moving piece on the beast, and that opens up a new room. And that's basically it, the dungeons. And then you get to the end, and there'll be a boss fight. The bosses are all basically the same, just with like a different theme depending on which one you're in. But they all like are the same boss, just re-themed. I thought that was a little disappointing. See, I kind of like the temples in the old games. They were more time-consuming, which I kind of liked. So it was more like, all right, I'm going to do this. Now I'm going to spend a day in the temple and beat it. And then I'll move on to the next one. I'll do some more side quests. This one, it's like, one of them took me half an hour.
Really?
It was super easy, half an hour. And I really didn't have too much fun in it. I would have preferred maybe one of them is like this Divine Beast with the gimmick. And then I kind of wanted more traditional ones on top of that.
Yeah.
So I guess it's different with the weapons. There's no hook shot. You can't like go into a dungeon, unlock the hook shot. Now you're using the hook shot to beat that dungeon.
Yep.
There's none of that.
Yeah.
Because you already have all your abilities. But maybe they could have themed a dungeon on a specific rune. You know, like one's a Magnesis dungeon. You know, something like that. I thought would have been a little better.
You're kind of using all of your stuff to.
Yeah, you're always kind of doing whatever you think will work, and it usually does. You know, it's like that. So sure, maybe you forget which rune to use at some point, and you get stuck for a few minutes, but you have all of them. You never feel like, oh, I need to find something else in here before I can do it. You can always do it.
Yep.
And that's a little cool, and it's also a little weird. But, yeah, I mean, overall, that's really my major complaint, is I want a fire temple. You know, that would have really sealed the deal for me. But.
I guess that's like walking up to wherever you have to get to. Like the water temple is that whole getting up to the Zora area.
And that I thought was kind of an easy way out for it. I don't know. I
hated it. It took me like a good 2 hours to get like to the Zoras Domain.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's part of the exploration.
Yeah.
See, I ended up just stumbling upon these places.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll do this. You know, it was more like that for me. But really, I can't think of many other complaints. Sure, occasionally it lags. Not enough to matter. The music, I mean, I play music while I'm on my computer while I'm playing it anyway. So it's not that big a deal. But yeah, they are minor strikes against it. Other than that, though, I really like it.
Yeah, me too. So, what would you grade this game? Like the point value?
I would say it's a 90 plus for sure.
Yep.
Right? Well, of course, we'll have our official review at some point in the near future. But I'd say 90 plus. I'm leaning towards maybe like a 95. I would not give it perfect, because it is not perfect. You know, I think that's unfair to give it a perfect score. But,
yeah.
But
I think I'm around there, like 95 or 92 or
something around there.
Yeah.
I'd say it's probably at least a 95 in my opinion. But yeah. Now, how does this rank among your favorite Zelda games overall? Like, what is your favorite Zelda game?
My favorite's Wind Waker, and then Majora's Mask, Link to the Past.
So this is not on your top 3 at all?
Nope.
Okay.
It's like still a fun game. It's just, you know, not a traditional, in quotes, Zelda game. And
yeah. I'm gonna say my all-time favorite is probably Ocarina of Time. I grew up with it. Yes, nostalgia is playing a role in that, but in its context, on Nintendo 64, one of the first 3D games of its type, I think that's my favorite. I think that's a very well done game, almost perfect. After that, I believe it or not, go for A Link Between Worlds for 3DS. I really like that one.
That was a lot of fun.
I can't stress that enough. That game is underrated, underappreciated. I really like that game. Then I might pick Breath of the Wild. I'd say it's better than Twilight Princess. I'd say it's better than Wind Waker.
What?
See, Wind Waker kind of went for that open world feel, but that water was kind of empty, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
This kind of achieved that without being as empty. But it's just my opinion. So, what would you give Breath of the Wild? What are your thoughts on the game? Let us know in the comment section below. We'd love to hear from you. Also, make sure to check out our website if you have not already at JustRPG.com. We have hundreds of game reviews, gaming news, all that stuff. Also, if you're into game collecting at all, definitely follow us on Instagram or other social media platforms. We post our pickups, and it's a lot of fun. All right, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.